So Salange just sent me this projector, which is the HY260MAX, and you've probably seen a lot of projectors on this channel, but this one just seems a bit different, and the reason for that is, I mean, firstly, it's a budget projector. We have seen similar shapes to this, where we had the cylinder kind of shapes and the ones with a bigger body, but this one just kind of fits in between those two things. Like, comes with all the standard features like the full HD 1080p resolution, keystone correction, hi-fi speakers, and a budget price. Let's check it out. So start off with a thank you card. If you want to get this activated to get 24-month warranty, you're going to have to do that within 7 days of delivery. So if you do get this, make sure you do that. Starting off with the remote. Again, we've seen this before. This is the standard MacCubic / Salange remote. There's not too much on there, which is kind of good, depending on your choice. It takes 2 AAA batteries. Then you have the user manual, the power cable, even a HDMI cable. What is this? Also some accessories for cleaning the lens and maintenance. So, as mentioned, you can see this is quite portable. It fits quite easily in one hand, and it's quite lightweight as well. I'm not sure on the exact weight, but I'll put that on screen. And it has this 180, is it 180? Probably around 145, 170 degrees. So you can see that movement from here all the way to here. So it's a shame it's not going all the way. I'm not sure why. So you can see it's fully plastic, but it does have a clean and premium finish. So starting with the front, you have obviously the lens, and then the sensor for the keystone correction, just the vents on the sides and also at the back. And alongside that, you also have some ports, so power button, the HDMI port, a headphone jack, USB cable, whatever that is, and then finally the power input. And then also you have the stand, so you can stand this up in quite a few different angles, or if you prefer, you can even mount this onto a tripod or a mount on the ceiling. Now, without wasting any time, let's just get straight into setting this up. Grab the power cable and just plug that in. One thing I do hate with these projectors is how small that power cable actually is. It's barely 1 meter, and I think it should be around 3 to 4 meters, because there's not much you can do with 1 meter. It kind of limits you straight away, and you have to go grab an extension. So definitely something that I'd like to see with other projectors. Plug that in, and then just press the power button at the back. So that shoots you into the home page, and this is an interface you've probably seen before. It's quite standard across the projector space. I'll keep this brief. So you have the apps on the left hand side, and if you want more apps, you can additionally go into the App Store and install further apps. On the right hand side, you have the Screencast feature, which allows you to cast your phone or any other device to the projector. Then you have the file manager, which basically gives you all the files within the projector itself, and the HDMI cable, so you can plug this to a laptop or another device supporting HDMI. And then over to settings, which is where you can kind of customize the projector to your liking. So you have Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, projection settings, language and keyboard, about the projector, other settings, date and time, and application. Now let's just head into the projection settings, because this is the main part. And here you have a few different modes that you can go into. So you have cinema, vivid, custom, and finally the standard. And then you have the installation modes. So if you mount this to a ceiling and the projection is upside down, you can use this to turn it the right way. And then you have the digital zoom. So this is actually quite useful. If you have a big space, a big area on the wall that you'd like to cover, you can zoom in to make sure you have as big a space as possible. Then you have the screen ratio, which is something I've not seen on other projectors. Then you have the auto keystone correction, the autofocus, which works quite well. And just in case you're not happy with the automatic focus, you can adjust this manually using these two buttons on the remote control. So you can see this is running Android 11, and I was told that was meant to be Android 14. I'm not sure if it's just lagging and there's an update that's coming, but currently as of now, if you do check the updates, there isn't anything available, so want to keep in mind. It has 1 GB of RAM and 8 GB of storage. Now let's check out the Screencast feature, which is similar to the Mac Cubic projector we saw. To use this on an Android, you have to download the Transcreen app. If you go into that setting, it does show you the 5 different options you have. So you have Android Wireless, Miracast or Miracast, AirPlay, Android Wired and Apple Wired. So you have quite a few options to choose from. If you have a MacBook, a laptop, an iPad, whatever you have, I'm sure one of these options will fit into one of these categories. So you can see the video does work quite well. I don't see any latency or any lagging. Obviously not as smooth as it is on the phone, but the difference is massive. Now when you try that with a game, it's a lot more noticeable because there is faster animations and faster movement with games. You can see there is slight lag between what you see on your phone and what you see on the display. And now for the main part, which is the video quality and the sound. Now let's look at the video quality first.
Get them out of my office now. Manny Telson. He's not really the guy you loan $1 billion and say, now saw the camera. Up the shit. Gary! Get them out of my office now. Gary. He's not really the guy you loan $1 billion and expect to see it back. Kids, don't say a word. Follow me.
You will be restored. We have 30 days to prove that the restoration works. I am working really hard.
Until you can fix me.
Now I'm going to be completely honest, it doesn't look as crisp as I would have liked. Now it does say 1080p, but I just feel it's just not as crisp as 1080p should be. So just to put into perspective what that actually looks like, or what I think that actually looks like, I'm going to put some images on screen. So going from this image all the way to that image being the sharpest, I'd say this lands somewhere here. So even though this is a budget projector, I did expect the quality to be just a bit better than what I see on screen. Now in terms of colors, they're also not as sharp as they should be. So when there is a lot of darkness on screen, the colors kind of look washed out. And then let's look at the audio.
The patent on our tech refers to Hilton. That's me.
You spend the next 6 hours sponging them off the walls. I know which version Gary would prefer.
Stand.
3, 2, 1.
So as you hear it there, it might sound good because of the camera and the speaker being quite close, but it's not very loud. Compared to others I've seen, this is kind of the same as other budget projectors. The hi-fi speakers being a standout feature isn't really living up to the expectation. And when it comes to the price, this is currently priced at £100 on Amazon. But my problem with this is it doesn't really have something that's clearly a standout and makes you want to buy this compared to another one that's £80. Does it work? Yes, it does. Will it replace your TV? Obviously not. It won't replace either a TV or an iPad experience, but it does give you a cinema experience on a budget. You can definitely use this for movie nights or for kids or for displaying a nice wallpaper on a bedroom ceiling or wall. And for £100, that's kind of all you can expect really. I mean, I'll let you be the judge on what you think of the video quality and the audio. What it does have going for it though is the shape. So this is a much better feel and shape than we have with some of the others, like the cylinder ones. That's definitely there. The design is nice, so plus points for that. But in terms of video quality and sound, I'd have to say it's average at best. That's all for now. Leave your thoughts in the comments below. If you want to see more videos like this, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. See ya!